She has been waiting 3 generations for this moment, and the fox is the only one who can finish what his great grandfather started.
Someone who's been watching the Harlan family for 3 generations. My name is Clara Voss, great niece of Elias's mistress. He left me a copy of the ledger too. Insurance, he called it. I've got the rest of the story. And the names of every cop and politician still protecting the old secrets. Quote, Rico felt the itch again, stronger. What do you want? Quote, same thing you do. The truth, and maybe a little revenge. Meet me at the old Capone vault under the Lexington Hotel tomorrow night. Midnight. Come alone if you want the full picture. Bring the satchel, or don't. Curiosity is optional. Quote, she hung up. Rico stared at the phone, then at the dark lake. Somewhere out there, the blood moon would rise again soon. He smiled the small, dangerous smile. Leo stepped onto the porch. Boss, we got a problem. Quote. Rico stood, wincing at the wound. No problem. We got an invitation. Pack the van, and tell Sal to bring the heavy artillery. I've got a feeling this story's got more chapters. Quote. They drove south through the night. Rico rode shotgun, ledger open on his lap, tracing the fox head symbols with a fingertip. 20 million in gold certificates was nice. But the real currency was answers. Who else knew? How deep did the corruption run? What other vaults waited for a curious Malone to open them? By the time the Chicago skyline rose like a crown of broken teeth, Rico had decided. He wasn't going to retire rich and quiet. That wasn't the Fox way. He was going to finish what Elias started, rip the whole rotten system open and watch it bleed. The Lexington Hotel was a gutted beauty, boarded windows and graffiti. Rico went in alone, satchel over his good shoulder, pistol in his coat. The basement stairs creaked. At the bottom, an old vault door stood open. Inside, a single bulb swung from a cord. Clara Voss waited. She was tall, red hair pinned up, wearing a vintage coat that looked like it belonged in 1927. She held a revolver like she knew how to use it. You look just like him, she said. Rico set the satchel down. So I've been told. What's the rest of the story? Quote. Clara smiled, sad and sharp. Your great-grandfather didn't just hide money. He hid proof, names, ledgers, photos, enough to bury half the city's power structure. Harlan's grandfather wasn't the only crooked cop. There was a network, still is. They've been protecting each other for a century. My aunt was supposed to deliver the second ledger to the feds in 29. She never made it. They killed her too. Quote. She pulled a second, thicker book from behind a crate. This one names everyone still alive who's carrying the secret. Judges, councilmen, even a couple of your own crew. Quote. Rico's jaw tightened. Who? Quote. Big Leo's uncle was on the list. Paid to watch you. Sal's clean, but he's young. They'll try to flip him. Quote. Rico felt the betrayal like a second bullet. But the curiosity burned hotter. So what now? Quote. Clara stepped closer. Now we decide. Burn it all down. Or take the money and run. But if we run, they'll never stop hunting. The Harlans are gone, but the network isn't. Quote. Rico looked at the two ledgers side by side. Old blood, new blood. He thought of Tommy Two-Tone, of the snitch who'd started the whole chain. Of the way the city smelled like diesel and old blood every single night. He picked up both books. We burn it down, he said. But smart, one thread at a time. I want to watch them squirm before they hang. Quote. Clara's eyes lit up. Men were partners, Fox. Quote. They shook on it. Her grip was firm, warm. For the first time in his life, Rico felt like the questions had answers waiting. Outside, Leo and Sal waited in the van. Rico climbed in, satchel heavier now with secrets than with cash. Change of plans, he told them. We're not disappearing. We're hunting. First target. Whoever's paying Leo's uncle to watch me. Quote. Leo's face went pale. Boss. Relax, Rico said, voice soft. Curiosity first. Blood later. That's the Malone way. Quote. The van pulled into traffic. headlights cutting through the Chicago night. Somewhere in the city, powerful men slept soundly, never knowing the fox was awake and asking questions again. Rico leaned back, shoulder aching, mind racing. He opened the new ledger and started reading names under the dome light. Each one was a new thread. Each one promised a new story. And Rico had always loved stories. By sunrise they had their first lead, a councilman's aide who liked to gamble at an after-hours joint on the south side. Rico sent Sal in with a smile and a wire. By noon they had recordings. By dusk they had the councilman sweating in a warehouse, begging for his life. Rico didn't kill him. He let him go with a message. Tell your friends the fox is back. And he's curious. Quote, word spread through the underworld like fire through dry grass. Old mob names resurfaced. Young crews started asking who the hell this fox was. Cops who were clean started reaching out quietly, smelling change in the wind. Clara moved into the Velvet Shadows upstairs apartment. She and Rico spent nights poring over the ledgers, mapping the network like generals planning a war. She taught him the old codes. He taught her the new ones: burner phones, encrypted apps, how to disappear in plain sight. One night, 3 weeks after the cold room, they sat on the rooftop again, the same one where Rico had questioned Tommy. The city glittered below. Clara passed him a glass of rye. You ever wonder why curiosity didn't kill you yet? She asked. Rico sipped. The whiskey burned clean. Because I'm the one holding the knife now. Quote. She laughed, low and warm. Then she leaned in and kissed him, slow, like she'd been waiting a century. Rico kissed her back, tasting history and gunpowder and possibility. When they broke apart, she whispered, there's one more vault. Elias hid it in the old Union Stockyards tunnel system. Bigger than the first. Enough to fund a real war. Quote. Rico smiled against her lips. Then let's go get it. I've got questions that need answers. Quote. They climbed down together. Leo and Sal waited below with fresh guns and clean consciences. The crew was smaller now. Rico had quietly removed the watchers, but tighter. Blood tested, blood proven. As the van rolled toward the stockyards once more, Rico opened the window and let the night air hit his face. The wound in his shoulder had healed to a scar that matched Harlan's. A reminder. He looked at the ledgers in his lap, at the fox head symbols marching across the pages like an army. Curiosity hadn't killed the fox. It had brought him back to life. And Chicago was about to learn what a curious gangster could do when the past finally caught up with the present. The story wasn't over. It was only just beginning.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like and share for more videos.